Hello everyone. Let's do a super quick revision of class 12th chemistry chapter 1 solutions. Plug in your headphones and listen carefully to directly learn and write in exam. Let's start. So what is a solution? A solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components whose composition can vary within certain limits. The component present in larger quantity is called solvent. The component present in smaller quantity is called solute. For example, sugar dissolved in water. Next is types of solutions. Solutions can be classified on the basis of the physical state of solute and solvent in different categories like in gas, gas in liquid, liquid in liquid, solid in liquid, solid in solid. Next is expressing the concentrations of solutions. Chemistry requires expressing how much solute is present in given amount of solution. For example, mass percent W by W can be calculated as mass of solute by mass of solution multiplied by 100. Next is volume percent V by V. Volume of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. Next, mass by volume percent W by V. Mass of solute divided by volume of solution multiplied by 100 parts per million ppm. Mass of solute divided by mass of solution multiplied by 10 to the power 6. Next is mole fraction, defined as ratio of number of moles of one component to the total number of moles of all the components, given by this formula. Mole fraction has no units. The sum of all mole fractions in solution equals to 1. Molarity, denoted by capital M. Moles of solute divided by volume of solution in liter. Molarity depends on temperature because volume changes with temperature. Next is molality, given by small m. Moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kg. It is temperature independent because it depends on mass, not on volume. Next is solubility. Solubility is defined as maximum amount of solute that can dissolve in given amount of solvent at a given temperature. The point at which no more solute can dissolve is called saturation. Solubility differs for solids in liquids and gases in liquids. For example, in case of solids in liquids, the solubility depends on nature of solute and solvent. Polar solutes dissolve in polar solvents. Non-polar solute dissolves in non-polar solvents, like dissolves like temperature. If the dissolution is endothermic, then solubility increases with temperature. In case of exothermic, solubility decreases with temperature. Pressure. Pressure has negligible effect on solubility of solids in liquids. In case of solubility of gases and liquids, solubility increases with pressure and solubility decreases with temperature because gas dissolution is typically exothermic in nature. Next is Henry's law. Henry's law states that the solubility of gas in liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of gas over the solution. P equals to KHX. A higher KH means gas is less soluble. KH is Henry's law constant. Examples in real life include soft drinks are bottled at high pressure to increase carbon dioxide solubility. Next is vapor pressure of solutions. Every liquid exerts vapor pressure due to evaporation. When solute is added, vapor pressure changes depending on whether solute is volatile or non-volatile. This can be studied in two cases, liquid-liquid solutions. In case of both solute and solvent are volatile. In case of solid and in liquid solutions where solute is non-volatile. For first case is Rolle's law for volatile component. If both components are volatile, then partial pressure of A equals to XA PA naught. and the total pressure can be given as P total equals to PA plus PB. This law holds perfectly for ideal solutions. Next, in case of non-volatile solute, there is relative lowering of vapor pressure given by this equation. This simple relationship leads to colligative property calculations. Next is vapor pressure of solid in liquid solutions. When a non-volatile solute is dissolved in volatile solvent, the vapor pressure of solution becomes lower than that of the pure solvent. The lowering in vapor pressure occurs because solute particles reduce the number of solvent molecules escaping into vapor phase. This is equation for relative lowering of vapor pressure. This is very extremely important because it forms the basis of other colligative properties. So what are colligative properties? Colligative properties are the properties of solution that depend only on the number of solute particles present in solution, not on the chemical nature. There are four major colligative properties. Number one, relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation of boiling point. Third is depression of freezing point. Next is osmotic pressure. Let us discuss relative lowering of vapor pressure. This is when a non-volatile solute is dissolved in a volatile solvent. The vapor pressure of solution becomes lower than that of the pure solvent. This equation is Rolle's law for volatile solvent is applicable here. This is the basic colligative property. Next is elevation of boiling point. When a solute is dissolved in solvent, the vapor pressure decreases. Therefore, extra heating is required to make the vapor pressure equal to the atmospheric pressure, and this raises the boiling point of solutions. So delta TB equals to kbm, where kb is molar elevation constant, small m is molality, and delta TB mm, denotes elevation of boiling point. The elevation in boiling point is small but measurable. Next is because the solution's vapor pressure is decreased, the solution must be heated to higher temperature. For dilute solution, the elevation in boiling point delta TB is proportional to kbm. Kb is also called abiliscopic constant, and delta TB can be calculated by given formula. Examples from daily life include adding salt to water increases the boiling point slightly. Next is depression of freezing point. When solute particles are added, they interfere with the formation of the solid crystal lattice of the solvent. Therefore, the solution freezes at lower temperature. So, delta TF equals to KFM, where KF is the cryoscopic constant and M is the molality. Next, examples include adding salt to ice lowers freezing points. This is used to melt ice on roads. Next is osmotic pressure. Osmosis is the movement of solvent molecules from a region of pure solvent or dilute solution to more concentrated solution through a semi-permeable membrane. A semi-permeable membrane allows only solvent particles, not solute particles. Osmotic pressure. The pressure required to stop osmosis is called osmotic pressure. For dilute solutions, pi equals to CRT or pi equals to N by V RT, where R is the gas constant, T is the temperature in Kelvin. Osmotic pressure is extremely useful because it is the most accurate method for determining molar mass of large molecules such as polymers or proteins. Next is abnormal molar mass, which is Van 't Hoff factor I. Some solutes dissociate, for example NaCl, and some dissociate, for example acetic acid dimer. This changes the actual number of particles. So Van 't Hoff introduced a factor I, which can be calculated as observed colligative property divided by calculated colligative property. For dissociation, NaCl in water, I is greater than 1, and for association, acetic acid in benzene, I is less than 1. So corrected formula for all the colligative properties are listed here. Next is ideal and non-ideal solutions. Ideal solutions are the solutions that obey Raoult's law at all concentrations and temperatures. Characteristics include delta H mixing equals to 0, which means no enthalpy change on mixing, no volume change on mixing. Delta V mixing equals to 0. Intermolecular interactions between AB are nearly equal to AA and BB. Examples include benzene plus toluene. Non-ideal solutions. The solutions that deviate from the Raoult's law due to unequal molecular interactions. This can be of two types, positive deviation and negative deviation. In case of positive deviation, higher vapor pressure than expected and endothermic mixing. Examples include ethanol plus cyclohexane. In case of negative deviation, there is lower vapor pressure and it is exothermic mixing. Examples include chloroform plus acetone. Then are azeotrophs. Azeotrophs are the mixtures that boil at constant temperatures and behave like pure liquids. These are two types, minimum boiling isotope and maximum boiling isotope. Minimum boiling isotopes are formed by solutions showing positive deviation, and maximum boiling isotopes are formed by solutions showing negative deviation. Then there are some important questions with answers for the whole chapter, which include what is solution, how is it different from a mixture, define solute and solvent, what are different ways of expressing concentrations of solutions, why is molality preferred over molarity in temperature dependent calculations, state Henry's law, what is Henry law constant, why do aquatic animals find it difficult to breathe in warm water, state Raoult's law for a solution containing non-volatile solute, Raoult's law for a solution containing two volatile liquids, what are ideal solutions, examples of ideal solutions, non-ideal solutions, positive deviation from Raoult's law, negative deviation from Raoult's law, azeotrophs, cause of elevation in boiling point when solute is added, molar depression constant, what is osmosis, define osmotic pressure, what is reverse osmosis, what is abnormal molar mass, what is Van 't Hoff factor, hmm, what why is vapor pressure lowering a colligative property, what is meant by like dissolves like, why the solubility of gases increase with pressure, what is meant by ideal dilute solutions, etc. Next are some important numericals based on elevation of boiling point, freezing point depression, osmotic pressure, Van 't Hoff factor, etc. That's all for chapter 1. If you found this helpful, make sure to watch other chapters with important questions and numericals. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more quick chemistry revisions. Stay tuned with the chemistry.